The Central African Republic is a landlocked country within Central African region, covering a total land area of over 620,000 square kilometers with an estimated population of around 4.8 million people as of 2020. The capital and largest city of the Central African Republic is Bangui and has Sango and French as its official languages. What is today the Central African Republic has been inhabited for millennia. However, the country's current borders were established by France, which ruled the country as a colony starting in the late 19th century. Central African Republic is bordered by Chad to the north, Sudan to the northeast, South Sudan to the southeast, the DR Congo to the south, the Republic of the Congo to the southwest, and Cameroon to the west. After gaining independence from France in 1960, the Central African Republic was ruled by a series of autocratic leaders, and in the 1990s, calls for democracy led to the first multi-party democratic elections in 1993. In March 2003, a coup led by General Francis Bozize overthrew Angel Felix Patesi, and the result was the suspension of the country's constitution and the declaration of a nationwide curfew. This was followed by a civil war tagged the Central African Republic Bush War in 2004, and despite a peace treaty in 2017 and another in 2011, civil war again resumed in 2012, leading to a prolonged human rights violations and other war crimes such as arbitrary imprisonment, torture, and restrictions on freedom of the press and freedom of movement by various participating armed groups. The economy of the Central African Republic is one of the least developed in the world. No doubt a country blessed by nature, but despite its significant mineral deposits and other natural and human resources such as uranium, crude oil, gold, and hydropower, as well as significant quantities of arable land, the Central African Republic is among the 10 poorest countries in the world, with the lowest GDP per capita at purchasing power parity in the world as of 2017. In 2019, the country was said to be at the second lowest level of human development, ranking 188 out of 189 countries according to the Human Development Index. The nation is overwhelmingly agrarian, and the bulk of our population engage in subsistence farming, contributing about 55% to the country's GDP. Subsistence agriculture, together with forestry, remains the backbone of the country's economy. Principal crops include cassava, peanuts, and sorghum. Others are millet, maize, sesame, and plantain. The principal cash crops for export include cotton, coffee, and tobacco. In 2014, for instance, the country exported about $59.3 million worth of forest products, accounting for about 40% of the country's total export earnings. The country also has large deposits of diamonds, making it one of the most important exports of the Central African Republic, frequently accounting for up to 20 to 30% of export revenues. But an estimated 30 to 50% of the diamonds produced each year leave the country secretly. A minority of Greek, Portuguese, and Yemeni traders are scattered around the country, and a small French population lives in Bangui. Others include diamond traders from Western Africa and Chad, merchants from various African countries, and refugees from nearby countries such as the Democratic Republic of the Congo also reside in Bangui and the hinterlands. You will find different forms of music genres like the Western rock and pop music, as well as Afrobeat, soukous, and other genres in Central African Republic. From the trumpet-based music of the bandas, which has also gained some popularity outside the area due to its jazzy nature, to the Baka's use of the unusual instrument called the mbele. Music in Central African Republic is diverse and rich. Interestingly, the national anthem of the Central African Republic is La Risolaise. The song has been the country's anthem since 1960, written by Barthélemy Boganda, the first president of the Central African Republic, and Herbert Pepe, who also composed the melody for the Senegalese national anthem. The mystifying tale of the Central African Republic can easily be related to the story of a man who has so much yet lacks so much. The prolonged civil unrest in the country has no doubt brought so much destructions, poverty, and instability. It is hoped that the good people of the Central African Republic will demonstrate the true African spirit of love for one another so that peace can reign again in the heart of Africa.